Good afternoon, YouTube. Another glorious day on the West Coast. I'm here in Granger, Washington at the Cargill plant and just got loaded with some animal feed. Let's take us a look. Yeah. Feed for layers 16 weeks of age and older, huh? Interesting. I'm gonna throw a couple straps in there and slide our tandems a little bit forward and we'll be on our way. I think one of the things I dislike about these newer Peets, I'm not sure if it's on the older ones or not, but these new ones for sure, at least this one, gotta have the key to get into your little cubbies under the sleeper. And I really wish they could figure out something to just have a little handle inside the driver's door and passenger door to, you know, pop the doors open without the key. Either gotta hang on to two keys, so once in a while you can leave the truck running and still get under there, or shut the truck off if you only got one key, like I do, and get in there. I mean, it's fine, but still, a lot of the trucks have a little door latch handle right inside the door, you know, the main doors, unlock the other doors, but not this one. Got our straps on. Hold this chickadee food down. Something up there, a little farther up, about halfway up. Something different, but can't tell what it is. Some kind of feed. Alright, guess we'll get on out of here. Just a hairline below 60 silver. Great. That leaves us a little bit of room. Fuel. We're at 5/8 right now of a tank. scale over there. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks waiting in line to use it. Yep, when you're at, I think it's like just barely over 60, you're maxed out on your drives. It's 34,000. If I have it right on 60, it's like 33 and a half, or between 33 and 33 and a half. So I usually try to just barely bump it below 60. It gives me plenty of wiggle room. And I ain't got to worry about the tandems, because if I get my drives right on legal, then those tandems I ain't got to worry about. I'm going to pull on the scale and we'll see just how accurate I am. Let's go park. This is where I'm at. Just a little small truck stop. I loaded dog food from Post when I waited at our yard. It was 77.7, I think. My drives are about 32, 31.7. My trailer is almost 36, so and I'm grossed at 79.80. So this load is way heavier than that dog food. I should say that it also depends on how they load the trailer. Sometimes they'll put just a single pallet in the very front and then 2 all the way back. Sometimes 2 in the front all the way back, and then just a single like they did in ours. And usually that puts more weight to the front, so you have to pick up more, you know, slide your tandems up forward to take some weight off the front. But right now our gauge is just barely above 50, so it must have been the way we was angled on our, when we was adjusting it, because I wanted it right at 60 or just barely below, and it's on 50 now. So I should have waited until I was on total flat ground and then did it, but probably would have been a lot closer. So but things about scales is you can fix them and get it free reweigh. So let me move my tandems back and get it back to 60 or barely, just barely above. right there is on 60. So I'm going to go just barely above it. I think. See, we're barely above it. I'm going to call that good. And we'll go do our reweigh. So I got my gauge on my drives just barely above 60. And I think there should be around 32, 33 on the drives. And I'm going to say about between 30 and 33 on the tandems. Let's see how we fare off. What happens. Just here at a small little truck stop. Waiting. See how close I am. What it says. So I got my gauge on my drives just barely above 60. So we're 34.6 on the drives, 33 on the tandems. Huh. So we're just barely over on the drives. I thought for sure they'd be around 32, 33, or 33, I mean. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna just barely slide them forward. Call that good. They sure don't give me a whole lot of room to work with when they get it that heavy. Hoping we're about even. Hopefully like 33.5 on both right now, so yep. said, we're at 5/8 of a tank, so we can always lose weight, but we need a little bit of space in case we need to fill up or whatever. So they're making sure we haul as much as possibly. £900 to work with is not a whole lot. And the thing is a lot of scales, they'll, if you're like 1,000 pounds or under, over, if you're no more than 1,000 pounds over on something like your drives or tandems, you usually won't mess with it. Just gotta remember, there's always that chance you'll get that one person that is a stickler. Be legal, which is fine, but yeah, so my suspension gauge were just a hair above 60, and that's, I think, perfect. Parked over at the other place. I had it just barely under, and I thought that would be good, but it must have been because the truck was kind of sitting down angled. If it does that, then it'll take some pressure off the rear axle. So it feels like you're lighter than you are by your gauge. But anyway, let's hit the road. Let's get out of here. One thing I do remember about that dog food is it was double stacked inside the trailer.